Hello guys and welcome back to another video, and today we have a review of the gorgeous Bachmann Johnson 1P. So I've had this loco a while now, but I've just not got around to reviewing quite a few of the locos that have joined the collection recently. So we're going to try and get through them as and when I can. Yeah, because I'm quite busy. So we'll have a look inside the box first, and then we will go to the detail and give it a run. So the box is a small-ish box because obviously the loco is quite small. They don't do the big, huge boxes for locos of all sizes anymore, which is good. And you can see it says MR1532, which is the class name, Midland Railway 1532, also known as the Johnson 1P. It is an 044 wheel configuration tank, gorgeous thing. And we will show you the end of the box. You can see what colour it is in. Midland Railway Crimson Lake, which is gorgeous, and there's some history on the back if you want to pause and read that. You can see in the box there is the detail bag, which just has the usual bits and bobs in. I think they have traction tyres, spur wheel set for traction tyres on, which I personally wouldn't do because they're powerful enough. You can see them there. So we'll run through the detail then. I couldn't find the instruction manual to show you because I normally do that, but it didn't seem to be in the box and it wasn't in the thingy, so I don't know where it is. I think it might be in one of the drawers. I'll have a look later and see if I find it. But first off, we're going to do the detail. And as you can see, this loco is hugely detailed. It's absolutely gorgeous. Probably one of Bachmann's most beautiful tank engines, to be honest. Start at the front, and you can see obviously you have some separately fitted lamp brackets there, and you've got the separately fitted vacuum pipe, sprung buffers as well, which you would expect nothing less from Bachmann, which is good. And you'll see the MR on the buffer beam there, which is nicely picked out, and you have the lining around here as well. Loads of lining across the running plate. You can see the yellow banding, which is gorgeous. The black of the running plate itself is nice. It goes nicely with the Crimson Lake livery. You can see MR is picked out on the side for Midland Railway, and the running number is 1718. And you can see all the lining across the boiler and on the side of the tank as well, which you can see is absolutely gorgeous. And there's loads of sorts of pipe work and extra details picked out across the side of the locomotive. Have a handrail as well, a metal handrail that goes around the front of the loco and across the side, as well as the piping across the top of the boiler itself into the tanks, which looks fantastic. Have all the detail across the top of the locomotive as well, including the whistle. You have some detailing on top of where the dome is as well, which is really nice. Funnel nice and tall, which looks fantastic, and you have some extra details across the top of the tanks as well. And where you fill the water up, that's nicely picked out and detailed as well. You can see you've got some handrails where the cab is, which looks nice as well. You can see inside the cab it's incredibly well detailed. It looks fabulous in there. You do have the nice glazing pieces, which are nice and flush on this side, with the gold picked out around them, and loads of lining in front of the cab windows itself. Cab opening is quite big, but you can see it's sort of like a ledge there where the coal then comes in, and you can see a little door where the coal would come through into the cab itself. There is a sort of builder's plate on the coal bunker, which looks really nice. I can't read what it says, but you probably can, because it's quite tiny. But you see loads of lining around the back of the locomotive as well, around the coal bunker, and you've sort of got this like sort of grill sort of thing across the top, which looks really cool. Sort of coal rail. Then you do have some coal in there as well, which isn't Bachmann's usually die cast and very shiny coal. The opening on the top of the cab, there is no door that closes that, but it's nice to get some light in so that you can see inside the cab a little bit more when it's running past, which is nice. Back of the locomotive has lots of lamp brackets and the vacuum pipe as well as sprung buffers like at the front, and you do have the MR also picked out on the back. The wheels look lovely. They are black wheels with the yellow sort of lining on them. The centre's obviously coloured over so that they look realistic, or more realistic than they ordinarily would if they weren't painted. And they look fantastic. So yeah. Then you have the sort of brake sort of things across the front. I don't know what these necessarily are, but there would be brake rigging behind those, and you have sort of areas underneath, and then this, whatever this is at the front. I'm not an expert on logos, by the way. I don't actually know what that is, but I assume it's part of the brake rigging. Out of brake rigging, I don't know. But there is some lining at the bottom there as well, which looks really nice. So we'll get this onto the track and give it a run, and yeah, let's get through it. So there it is on the track. Let's get it running. Gorgeous thing. Super smooth, super slow and smooth as well. And I might struggle with these coaches, but they are very well matched. So there is a firebox flicker effect in the locomotive as well. It is beautiful, this logo, isn't it? That's good dark really early in the UK now, so the lighting may be a little bit rubbish. I do apologise on that, because the bulbs in here are useless. But this locomotive is beautiful. Matches the coaches really nicely, which came with the Midland compound actually, so sort of our Midlandish sort of coaches, so it's beautiful though, isn't it? Always wanted a Johnson 1P and I missed out on the first batch. So I was happy when they announced this one. And I sort of like this livery more than the one that first batch loco was as well, so slightly nicer livery I would think. I can't get under the bridge. There we go. That was probably the worst shot of all time. There we go. There's the pacer as well. Just sat there. It is lovely though, isn't it? And there we have the Johnson 1P out of focus. That is a review of this gorgeous locomotive, which is probably one of Bachmann's best tank engines. There are lots of reviews to come. I have a lot to get through, and I will try and get through all of them before the Christmas period. I'm just going to try and do them as and when I can. And yeah, if you haven't already, please subscribe so I will let you when I make a new upload. So you see everything that we do, because there's a lot to come. And phone slipped off the table then, that was quite funny. And then, yeah, we'll see you for lots more, because there is a lot of videos, as I said, to come, including reviews, running sessions. We've got some guest engines coming in December, and there's lots to come into the new year itself. So this is a busy period for the channel now, going into December and January, where we have like collection update videos, and there's a lot of news video, a lot to discuss in the news video that will come out on the 1st of January which will tell you all about the layout being completely refurbished and revamped, because it needs doing. And also the running session with every loco accumulated this year, which is huge. As you'll see by the end of the year when all the reviews come out that are a backlog from months ago. The most recent loco joined about 2 months ago, but there will be one joined shortly, and then some into December itself. So yeah, there's a hell of a lot of stuff to come. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you very soon for another review, because that's what will most likely be the next upload. Goodbye.